It's not going well.
Yep, this was supposed to be frosting. If you are a baker, you would be wondering, or you already know what I did wrong. But if you are not a baker, you would be wondering, what did this lady do to mess up like this? And it doesn't end there.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel again. So if you're joining for the first time, thank you for clicking. So to my old subscribers, thank you for coming back. Today we're making something special. We are making a chocolate peanut butter cake, and we're making this for my husband's birthday. So I try to make birthday cakes for all my family members, but this year I was telling myself that I need to stop because it stresses me out. I want it perfect and it gives me too much stress. Finish up time. Let's not take too much time. Let's just go ahead and talk about our ingredients for today. So the first one, the main ingredient is the bakro flour. We have two types, bakro and bokomo. I try not to buy bokomo because there was a day I bought bokomo and it had some worms and bugs inside. So from then I don't buy bokomo, and if there's bakro placed near bokomo, I'll go on the other end, as far from bokomo as possible. So we have the flour. It asks, or the recipe asks for vegetable oil. I have seed oil, sunflower oil. I think that's enough. Vanilla essence, cocoa powder, coffee. It asks for coffee or hot water. So boiling water is very important. That's what preserves the cake's moisture. So I'm going to mix my hot water with coffee to make coffee water or something. To make coffee, I guess. So next one is peanut butter, smooth peanut butter, and then buttercream. Some of these ingredients are needed for the frosting, so I'm just going to give you all the ingredients that are needed now, and then we go ahead. Baking powder, baking soda, 2 eggs, large eggs, icing sugar or powdered sugar. We have salt, sugar. This is a cooking spray I use, or the baking spray, a non-stick spray that I will spray in my 2 pans, round pans. We have butter, and then we have milk. Then I have my measuring cups, the spoons and the cups. And then the last one, but not the least, is my mixer. This is a Kenwood Chef mixer. It's a game changer. So let's not waste too much time. Let's just go ahead and mix all this up. But before I start, I'm going to turn on the oven, to preheat the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. In Celsius, I think it's around 180, 175, 180.
So the first thing I did was to measure my flour, 2 cups of flour, and then I added my cocoa powder. That's a full cup of cocoa powder. 2, and then baking soda, 1 teaspoon and a half, and then baking soda, 1.5 teaspoons, and then I mix well all my dry ingredients. So cracked some eggs and then added buttermilk. I keep on saying buttercream. Cooking oil, and then I add my vanilla essence, 1 teaspoon and 2 teaspoons actually. I hooked my whatever, and then I started my coffee. So I made the coffee because it asks for coffee, and then I beat a little bit, and then I add my ingredients, my dry ingredients, and then while the coffee is brewing, so I opened up and then scraped the sides. At this point I realized I forgot to add sugar, so I added my sugar, which is 2 cups of sugar, and gave it a beating, and then I added my coffee. So here I hesitated a little bit because I thought it was going to be too runny, but runny is actually good because it means the cake will come out really moist. So I went ahead and dusted my pans, like I greased them and then dusted them with flour and divided the butter between 2 pans. So it's so hard for me to actually measure with my eyes just to see, if it's equal or not, or if it's the same amount or not. But oh well, I know there will be different sizes. Into the oven it goes. So now put it in the oven, and then here is the time lapse just for you to see how it rises. But yeah, I don't like it when it budges like that in the middle. So I baked it in the oven for 30 minutes, 30 to 35 minutes, and then it was ready to come out. So while the cake is cooling, I measure my peanut butter, and that's a cup and a half of peanut butter, and then I scraped my half a cup butter into the mixer, and then added my peanut butter, and then I baked for a few minutes, maybe 2 minutes. And then after that, I scraped the sides just to make sure that everything is being mixed. I added my 2 cups of powdered sugar, and then 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. So I beat it a little bit, and then I checked again, and then scraping the sides at the same time. And then I added 2 to 3 tablespoons of milk, which I realized that it wasn't super enough. Oops. Now hey, that's where I realized that I made a mistake. Instead of it becoming frosting, it became oil. So I sent my husband to go get new peanut butter from the shop, and then this was the second batch of peanut butter I made. Then I made the chocolate frosting off camera, of course, because I was too tired. So I decided to cut the cake and cut it into layers, because now I want to get at least 3 layers so that they can be nice thin before I start frosting with my peanut butter and chocolate. Frosting. So I don't like cutting, especially if the cakes are, not as moist, but this one was nice. I put a layer of peanut butter on my first layer of cake, and then voila, I was done. Then covering it with chocolate frosting, which was super delicious. Trust me, it doesn't look as it tastes. Okay, it doesn't look as it tastes. But yeah, that's it. That was it. So this is the cake. It doesn't look all presentable, but it was so delicious. Delish.
That's it, guys. Whew. If you haven't subscribed yet, I hope you do, because this cake killed me. There was a point I wanted to give up. So so that's it. Bye guys, until next time. Ciao.